Hello everyone and welcome back. Today the video is going to be a little bit different than my other videos just because I feel like in what I've been doing recently it's kind of been just the same stuff that everybody does when they get on YouTube. They just do I'm just going to talk about one topic that is relevant or is some philosophical topic that Ayn Rand talked about or some objectivist topic. That's what we have Rucka, we have Charles too, we have we don't really have Charles too anymore, but there's a lot of objectivist content out there if you want to just get familiar with the philosophy and that sort of stuff. And while that's interesting to me, and I'll probably still continue making some videos about that, I think I want to branch out a little bit and change up the format of this a little bit because I just noticed that with all my, because I'm in college right now, and with all my classes and homework and all that stuff, I haven't really had time to go ahead and create new videos and about these specific topics. So if I can just get on and do something light, something that I think about a lot, or just something fun to me, I feel like that will be a lot more interesting than just repeating the stuff that I read in all these books and repeating stuff that I hear other people say, and just talk about. I just want to talk about what's interesting to me, and yeah, I think I just heard some noise. I'm in the dorm, so it's loud as fuck in here, but we'll see if people might pass by yelling, but that's just part of the experience, you know. So I guess to start things off, I'll just talk about what should I talk about today? I'm just gonna talk about a workout plan that I've been doing recently. So I guess throughout all of high school, I lifted a lot, and lifting has always been a very big part of my life. Throughout all my high school career, it's always helped me with my mental health and that sort of stuff, and just in general, workout stuff, that stuff tends to be extremely helpful with mental health. It helps you just feel like you're achieving something. It helps you focus your mind. It's extremely helpful, at least in my experience. So throughout all of high school, I did just a typical workout plan. It'd be like we do 3x5 bench, do 3x5 squat every day, and then you do these different, every week. My fucking fan is loud as fuck. Let me get that quick. I'll be back. Alright, sorry about that. My fan is just kind of loud, and I don't want to fuck up the quality, so this is going to be a lot more informal. I'm not going to edit all this shit. I don't have time to do that, you know. You're just going to get the authentic me. So, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, during high school, I did a lot of just traditional workouts. You do high volume, lots of reps, lots of sets, all that sort of stuff. So then, this summer, I just noticed that I was stagnating a lot. I felt that I wasn't actually improving. So then I was very receptive when I found online this new program by the muscle philosopher called High Intensity Training. Or it's not by the muscle philosopher. It's more from, I forget the names of the dudes. Yeah, you could look up High Intensity Training, just hit, and then yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff there. And I found it through this guy named the Muscle Philosopher. Really, not very many YouTube followers, but he comes from an objectivist background. So I found that interested me a lot because I saw him. He was his first video was the philosophy of my life, and he just goes through and explains objectivism. So that man, he goes in and he had this he explained this high intensity training stuff to me, and at first I was like, this seems different, but I've given it a try, and I honestly really, really like it. It's a very very different, but it's also very, very intense. Very, yeah, I feel really sore after it. I remember my first day I got back and I was like, holy crap, I feel exhausted right now. And I feel like I'm making some gains in strength. I can't really objectively judge it yet. I'm still just, I tested myself about a week ago. But here, all that aside, let me just basically explain the philosophy behind it. So traditionally, when you're lifting, it's just high volume. Try to get as many sets and reps as possible. Well, high intensity training, it goes against that general philosophy, and it basically says that you want to lift one set each time to failure, to eccentric failure. So essentially and you want to focus on very strict form, try to minimize momentum, because I know a lot of times when you bench it's just like bounce, 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 and that shit, it doesn't actually work the muscles, and it uses a lot of momentum and ends up like carrying over to work different muscles that it shouldn't be working. So you just want to get focused on specific muscles by doing long, slower reps, and you go to failure each time, just so that because the idea behind this is that the human body, when you lift, you want to create a stress on the body that tells the body, okay, I'm the place I'm at right now physically, it's not enough to do what I want to do, if that makes sense, or that it's not enough right now, so I need to change in some way. So by failing, you're basically telling the body, oh, what I have right now is not sufficient, so now I need to do more. I need to build muscle so that I can do this in the future. So then what high intensity training does, in my understanding, it basically takes all the muscle, or all the motions, all the main body motions, all like the muscle groups, and it trains those each to failure. Shit, that was fucking loud. People are fucking retarded. Oh my god, people are so stupid. But whatever. So it trains each basic motion to failure. Sorry, someone just screamed in the hallway and I'm just losing my train of thought. So basically, the idea is let's just do this for shoulder press. You go up, down, and you just keep doing that slowly, minimizing momentum. And you just keep doing that until you get to this point where you can't get it up anymore. And then slowly, you just hold it there. You still try to fight it. And slowly, you'll begin to fail. And you keep fighting it all the way down. And that will allow the muscles to fail in that group. And it'll basically make them build more over time, is the general philosophy behind it. And you want to have very strict forms so that you're not hurting yourself. You want to go very slow so you're not using momentum, and you want to train to eccentric failure. So basically, concentric failure is when you can't get it up anymore, and it's like, oh shit, I can't get this any higher. And then isometric failure would be when you can't hold it still anymore and it starts dropping. And then eccentric failure is when you're trying to push it up and it just keeps dropping and you can't, and it drops all the way back down. That's eccentric failure, from my understanding of what the dude who I was watching. Go watch him if you want a better explanation. The Muscle Philosopher, just look him up on YouTube. He'll have some good stuff, good quality content, you know. So yeah, that's the general idea. So for me, what my specific workout would be, this is what I've been doing recently. So you want to have a pushing motion from the chest, and you want a pulling motion, and then you want pressing motion, and then a pull down motion. Those are the arm workouts. And then also I add in a curling motion, just so that I can get more different motions. And then for leg work, I get a squat motion, and then I get a leg curl motion, and then a calf raise motion. So yeah, you have a chest press, like a rowing motion, a shoulder press, and then like a pull down. And then you have the 3 leg workouts. You have the squat, the leg curl, and the calf raises. So basically, how I do those motions in a workout, I do a dumbbell bench press, because I don't like the barbell bench press anymore, because that's like when you're doing it by yourself, it's not very safe to fail with a barbell. So I usually just do a dumbbell bench press, and then for the rowing motion, I try to do a chest supported dumbbell row so that I'm working both arms at once, rather than going one arm to failure then another arm to failure, which it'll just take a longer time. And then third, to give my arms some rest, I do the squat motion, where I just do a barbell squat, because barbell squat's not super unsafe to fail with. And then I'll do a military press for the shoulder press, and then a pull-up motion for the shoulder pull down, and then after that, for the leg curl, the dude who I watched recommended a deadlift, but I noticed that for deadlift it could be like painful for my back, or like I'd often fail with grip before I failed my legs. So I replaced that with a glute ham raise, which I've found has worked pretty well so far. It's good for hamstrings, and just anything that works hamstrings is good for this one. And then for the last two, the guy who I watched didn't recommend these, but it was I just added in curls just to work more biceps, and then last I added in calf raises just to get some calf work, because that's not really worked as much by the squat and the leg curl thing. So yeah, all in all, that's basically what my workout is as of now. And it's just, most important thing to do is to train each body part, do 1 set, or each body motion is 1 set, perfect form, and then to failure. Those are the basic principles behind high intensity training. And yeah, and it's one of the most beneficial things I've noticed from this is you're not spending as much time in the weight room. You get more time out to go study, go do stuff with friends, do whatever you want. You're not in the weight room as much, which is a lot better. Just go let you live your life. And it works pretty well from what I've seen so far. Alright, I think that's it. Have a great day, and see you guys in the next video.